Alright fellas, now this is a name I thought I wouldn't have to talk about for a while. Ryan Garcia. He was banned a few months ago for a year after he tested positive for performance enhancing substances. This rules him out of professional boxing, but not exhibition boxing, and that's where we find ourselves, with Ryan Garcia putting out this post advertising his upcoming fight. So I want to talk about what's actually going on, who he's set to verse, and what might be the wider impact of this potential bout. Now, I don't need to go over the Haney Garcia drama, I'm certain you already know it. In short, Ryan seems psycho in the build-up, he proves everyone wrong, dominates Haney, pops in a drug test, continues to lose his mind on Twitter, then gets banned for a year. A story I'm sure you've heard plenty of times already. It appeared originally Ryan would take some time off, yet it slowly seems like that won't be the case. Ryan is a star of social media, and what comes with that is people talking about fantasy fights. So with Ryan, the potential of big payday exhibitions, it's always been around. We go back a few years to 2021, apparently he was going to verse Manny Pacquiao. At the time, it was seen that DAZN was going to secure the rights to the fight, and there was no official news on if it would be an exhibition or a professional bout. Either way, if it would have happened, it would have been some weird catchweight sort of fight, as Manny had been a welterweight for quite some time and I don't think he would be too keen to drop down to 135. Those talks eventually disappeared, yet after this ban, this fight was rumoured once again. With only a month later after Ryan got his ban, he was in Japan facing off against Pac-Man. He was there for a Ryzen event, the same organisation which has previously made big exhibition fights. With Garcia being banned and Pacquiao having strong ties to the organisation, it seemed like this could actually happen. And this is kind of what I expected to happen. An exhibition I thought was incredibly likely, but news surrounding this potential bout has really gone silent over the last few months. And that's where we find ourselves today. I didn't expect to see Ryan Garcia announcing he's fighting in Dubai, but at the same time I'm not surprised. This whole event is apparently being hosted by the Secrets of Eden group, which from what I can see is best known for hosting brunch parties. Definitely one of the weirder companies I've seen get involved in a boxing promotion. And on Ryan Garcia's post it doesn't even say who's hosting it. You have to go over to his opponent's page to find that. And who is he versing? Well, it's 18-0 French lightweight vszani. Is he a world-class fighter with an unbelievable record who would be challenging for a title if it wasn't for this opportunity? No. And this is assuming that this is actually his opponent and not just someone he will feature on the card with. But what makes me think that Zayani is his opponent is because they've tried to set him up with Pacquiao in the past. But this bout fell through. So in round 2 of Let's Try to Match Zayani Up with a Big Name, they've stumbled across Ryan Garcia. Now Zayani is either funding this or is a mate of somebody funding it. Although I really don't think you could find a bigger journeyman with a fancy looking record if you tried. He's 18-0, yet he has had 4 fights in the last 6 years, and they've all taken place in either the Philippines or Thailand. His record is pretty horrendous if you look through it, and obviously it's just been padded to the point to make it look good to the unsuspecting eye. On top of this, the bloke's a lightweight, and with Ryan Garcia struggling with weight in his last fight, Garcia is going to be at least 2 divisions heavier than him. And with this being an exhibition, of course, Ryan isn't going to be on weight. If the two actually do end up meeting in the ring, it's going to be absolutely one-sided. Ziani will probably treat it as the biggest moment of his life, while Garcia will be there just to joke around. But the skill gap and the weight gap will be far too apart to make it a vaguely competitive match. One thing about this promotion I don't understand is, how is this actually happening? Garcia is still being managed by Golden Boy and nothing has been pointed to them being involved. I don't know if this doesn't count as professional boxing as it's an exhibition, so he could be a part of this, or he's just agreed to this without actually consulting anyone. But another thing I think will be interesting will be to see Team Haney's reaction about this upcoming fight. They've been on their hands and knees to the Saudis begging for them to make the fights they want, mainly because if it wasn't for the Saudis, if Devin doesn't verse a big name, he won't get paid. As I've said before, the Haney-Sandor Martin purse bid was a face reality sort of moment for the Haney camp, where they realised, oh, we actually have little market value, especially after the Garcia fight. And really that's why you're seeing them sue. The Saudis also don't seem too keen to work with Devin. They haven't worked with Teo because he overinflated his actual worth, and if the Haney camp is doing the same, the Saudis aren't stupid. They would rather pay a fighter like Inoue to tap into an audience such as Japan, which has the potential to fuel significant tourism into Saudi Arabia, rather than give a bunch of money to Devin Haney to target the same audience they are already targeting with other fighters, and Haney would probably give them lesser returns. Although this exhibition doesn't involve the Saudis, Devin Haney seeing Garcia getting a larger payday for a stupid exhibition fight than Haney could probably get in a professional fight may make for some interesting responses. Also, it might force the hand to make the rematch happen, acknowledging further that they are the B-side. Another interesting thing is he seems to be training back with Joe Goosen. Goosen being Garcia's old trainer, the same one who got him ready for the Tank fight. Could we see a reunion between the two for the exhibition fight? And what does that mean for Derek James? I would be surprised to see him out of the picture, but with Ryan Garcia, nothing should overly be a surprise. All of this talk at the end of the day relies on this event actually going down. Will it? Well, maybe. The Pacquiao-vszani fight previously didn't, so I guess only time will tell. The company running it seems interesting to say the least, and the whole thing is just a bit odd. It reminds me of one of the various Mayweather exhibitions and similar bouts which notoriously seem to bankrupt every promotion they touch. It's the sort of event where it's a high profile fighter versus a relative nobody and then some musical acts sprinkled in that no one wants to see. I think the reactions from the boxing world over the next few days will certainly be interesting. I just hope when they say they have musical acts that Ryan Garcia isn't performing his music. I don't need to see Bless Highly Favored live. Nah, I'm good. But now I want to hear what you think about this exhibition. Do you think it'll actually go down? Let me know all your thoughts down below. If you did enjoy, please consider liking and subscribing. I'll always try my best to keep you informed. Anyway, thanks for watching fellas, and I'll catch you in the next one.